Good morning, dear students. Now we are going to continue the chapter, but few terms are there related to the soil. So today I will explain these terms. First is soil erosion. The removal of fertile topsoil from the surface of land by the action of wind and flowing water is called soil erosion because it is the best soil for plants, for trees, for crops. So it is a matter of concern for the farmers. What are the causes of soil erosion? Why this soil erosion occurs? The roots of plants hold and firmly bind the soil. So soil erosion is prominent in the areas which are very less or poor vegetation. If there will be less trees, less plants, then more soil erosion can take place, such as deserts and barren lands. Barren lands means खाली जमीन जहाँ कुछ भी नहीं लगा हुआ हो. As in these areas, soil is exposed to climatic changes directly. So the main causes of soil erosion are: first, deforestation. Cutting down of trees in a large scale by man to fulfill his need is the major cause of soil erosion. Due to this, the soil particles are left loose and can be easily carried away by water and wind. Second is overgrazing. Overgrazing, the cattle graze on the land, and sometimes they are left loose and unguarded to graze on the same land for long periods, year after year. And this overgrazing leads to the removal of grass on a large scale from the soil and thus exposing blowing winds and flowing water. It get exposed to blowing winds and flowing water because there is no grass on the lands, so easily it can be carried by the blowing winds and flowing water. Third is improper farming. Traditional methods of farming on hills makes it easy for wind and water to erode soil. The method which is followed by the farmers for for from a very large period of time, same methods they are applying, and on hill there is a step by step which is easy for wind and water to erode soil. So these are the three main causes of soil erosion. Then effects of soil erosion. What will happen due to this soil erosion? First, it harms the whole ecological balance of nature as the habitat for microorganisms is disturbed. Mainly, the microorganisms are present in this soil only, and if it get eroded, then it harms the ecological balance of nature. Second, as the fertile topsoil gets eroded, it leads to decrease in vegetation and hence decrease in rains and also global warming. It increases the temperature of the earth, which is known as global warming. Then it can also lead to famines and landslides in mountains region. Landslide And famine you can see mostly in mountain regions where easily it can be done and it causes harm in that areas. Prevention of soil erosion. How this soil erosion can be prevented. That means how it can be conserved. हम लोग इसे बचा के कैसे रख सकते हैं. So prevention of soil erosion is called soil conservation. It takes hundred of years to produce a few centimeters of soil. And the following are some of the measures that help in conserving soil. First is afforestation, means planting of more and more trees so that it can cover the barren land by grasses and herbs. Barren land, बंजर जमीन जहाँ कुछ भी नहीं लगाया जा सकता है. Constructing dams to control floods. By dam or by making dam, floods can be controlled, which can help in soil erosion, which can protect soil erosion. Then adopting terrace farming technique on the hilly areas and slopes. Crops are planted in terrace or steps. Water slows down as it flows from one step to another. Slower it flows, the less topsoil it picks up and prevents soil erosion. If there will be step by step farming, then the less soil erosion can take place. And last, controlling overgrazing by animals. So, in this way, by adopting these methods, we can prevent soil erosion. Next is soil pollution. Soil is one of the most valuable natural resource. It can get polluted by various means, including careless human activities. It is our duty to adopt necessary measures to control soil pollution. Soil get polluted by human activities and careless human activities we can say, and it is harmful for all. So we have to adopt some necessary measures to control this pollution. So first is sources of pollution, soil pollution. Excessive use of chemicals in the form of pesticides, fertilizers or weedicides which get accumulated in the soil. Pesticides are the chemicals which kill the pests. Fertilizers we are using in the soil to improve the fertility of the soil, and weedicides are the chemicals which kills the weeds. And these are chemicals, if it is used in excessive amount, in large amount, then it get accumulated in the soil, जमा हो जाता है, and it harms the soil. Second, improper dumping of polythene bags, garbage and sewage waste in the soil. And third, acid rain and effluents from factories, mines and industries. Effluents are the liquid waste which is coming out from the factories, and acid rain due to harmful air pollutants, the acid rain occurs which causes harm to soil. How we will control this soil pollution? First, defecating and passing urine in the open must be avoided. This practice should be avoided so that pollution cannot be occurred. Use of polythene bags should be banned. If it is banned, then less or no polythene bags will be used because it took it take a long time to be decomposed, and if it is mixes with the soil, then it causes harm to the soil. So we have to ban the use of polythene bags. And last, the waste products and chemicals should be treated before releasing them in the soil. If we are releasing the chemicals and waste products, then it should be pre-treated. Pre-treated means उसको रिलीज करने के पहले कुछ ऐसा ट्रीटमेंट करना है जिससे कि उसका पॉल्यूशन लेवल और पॉल्यूटेंट्स को कम किया जा सके. सो waste products and chemicals should be treated before releasing them in the soil so that it can cause less harm to the soil. In this way, by following these safety measures, we can control the soil pollution. This is all about the soil erosion and soil pollution.